Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Bijay and I'm a Microsoft MVP in SharePoint. In today's video, we will discuss how we can implement cascading dropdown in Power Apps from a SharePoint list which is having a lookup column as well. I have explained how we can implement a cascading lookup using SP services as well as how by using a third-party tool QuizCom app in my previous videos. I'll put the link in the video description. You can have a look at that as well. Now for this particular example, let me open the SharePoint site. So you can see here I have a SharePoint site, modern SharePoint site, and you can look at here I have a country list. Let me open in another tab. So you can see here this is a country list which is having a title column. This is a custom list, and then a few countries are there. Now in the same way I have a state list as well. So if I'll open it, so you can see here this is a state list, and this country, these two columns are there, title column which is having some states, and then country where this is a lookup column to this particular country list. So if I'll show you, if I'll go to the list settings, then you can see here this is the country column, and you can see here this is a lookup column from employee country, and the title column we are presenting over there. So that's how it is. So now we will create a Power Apps app, and then we will see how we can implement this cascading drop down. So what we'll do is I will open powerapps.com. So if you have not signed in, then it will ask you to sign in. You can see here. So once you click on sign in, then you will come up with make.powerapps.com screen, from where we'll be able to create our. So next what I'll do is, you can see here, click on create, and then click on this canvas app from blank. So click over here, it will ask for a name. So I will give let's say Power Apps cascading demo. Let's say this is what I'll give, and then we will choose the tablet layout and then click on create. So once you click on create, then you will come up with a blank app. So basically that's a blank canvas app. So you can see it here. Let me just increase a little bit. You can see. So next what we will do here is, first thing is we need to create the data connection for that. So you can see here our data in this SP guide site. So I'll click on add data, and then you can go to connector, and then here you can select SharePoint. So you can see here the last one, you can see here it is SharePoint. So click over there, and you can see here this is the connection. So it will ask you to provide the URL, or even it will show you the URL. So you can see here SP guides. I select this, and we require information from both the list. So you can see country and state. I select both the list, and then click on connect here down. So click on connect. So once you click on connect, both the data source has been connected now, so we can get access from both the lists. Now next what we'll do is we will add two controls over here. You can see, click on this plus, and then I'll add two label here. So you can see here we have added two labels. You can see on this, and then two drop down. So you can just expand input and then drop down. So you can see here one drop down, another drop down. So basically one drop down will use for country, another one is for state. So a couple of things we can do here is, so I will say employee, let's say country, and then the second one we will do here is employee state. You can see here, you can see here I have added it. So next what we'll do here is, so here is our drop downs. So you can also rename the drop down. So to do that, you can see, just click over here. So like DDL country, and the second one is, you can see I'll change it to DDL state. So you can see both this I have renamed it. So once both the things has been ready now, so by default there is the default value is 1. So there is an item drop down sample, all these things are there, but our intention is the drop down first country drop down should be bind from our employee country list. So for that what we'll do here is, you can see here the items. So go here and you can select country over there. So once you select country, then you choose what is the column that you want to bind it. So in this case it will be title. So you can see here now this one is title is there. If you want to preview it, you can just click on preview and then you will be able to see all these countries are there. This one way of doing that. If you don't want to do this way, then for example you want to let's say bind the country which are unique or which are distinct, then we can write a formula here itself. So let's say I will put distinct, you can see here, and then it will take the parameter. First one is the data source and then the title column. So you can see here, so in this case what will happen is it will bind all the distinct values. That means if there are multiple values are there, so it will pick only the single countries over there. The next one is our state. So in this case, if you look at this, a couple of things you have to see. Here it is a lookup column, and there is a country column is there, and this is the state. So we need to bind the states based on the country. So for that we have to use the filter function here. So let's go there. So you can see here. So make sure go to the items, and here I will say filter. So you can see here there is a filter function. In this filter function we want to filter the employee state list based on the country. So we will say where country, you can see here country dot value equal to where it is our drop down value. So DDL country, you can see here DDL country dot selected dot result. So so in this case so you can see here. Now what it will do here is whatever the values are there, it will bind it. You can see in this case. Now let me just preview it. I'll tell you the problem. So you can see here there is no item, it is not picking up anything. The reason behind that is we have to select the column here. So I'll put the title column here. So you put the title column. Now you can see here, if you'll preview it, you can see here if I'll select UK, there is no country on state on UK. If I'll select India, you can see here 2 states it is showing. If I'll select USA, then you can see multiple are there. So this is how you can do that. But again, for this case also, if you want to get the distinct values, so then we have to use the distinct function here. So you can see here this function, and it will take the parameter here. So I will put, we want to display the title column, and we'll close it. So in this case, if you'll see here, now this is the formula. So in this case what will happen is it will only pick the states which are unique. So it will not pick which is not unique. So now you can see here this is our, you can see here this is our app. So whatever you will select, corresponding state will be populated. So this is how we can do the cascading drop down in Power Apps. So if you want to save it, so you can go here, you can see, you can just save it. Then your app will be available on the Make apps in this apps also. You can see here this is our demo. You can see if you want to run it, you can go here, you can click on play, and you will be able to see both the things. You can see here by default it is selecting. So if you want to give UK, it is not there. If you will select India, then you will have 2 things over there. So this is how we can work with cascading drop down, and we saw for SharePoint lookup column as well. So if you want similar kind of videos, kindly subscribe to the channel. You'll get a lot of free videos on SharePoint, SPFX, Power Platform. All these videos you will get it free. So thank you and have a nice day.